Welcome back, everybody. We're joined once again with Becca Lawrence from the Lloydminster Community SPCA for this week's edition of Pet Project. And we have so much good news to talk about this week, Becca. So let's just get right into it. You got a really cool guest for us today. I'll let you introduce Gretchen.
Yeah. So this little cutie here is Gretchen. So as I was kind of saying before with you, she is a bit of a spitfire. We would recommend her to go to a home with older kids that are maybe a little bit more used to hamsters, or even, a newer home, but just again with older kids, it kind of can judge her character a little bit. But you can kind of see that her cheek here is full of carrot right now. But as hard as I try to be best friends with her every day, she still tries to bite me. So it's one of those relationships that you enjoy, but you give them their space.
Yeah, that's understandable. I had hamsters growing up, and they are kind of a bit of a unique pet. They require lots of care. You got to clean their little cages there, and like you said, they can be bitey. Now, mind you, a hamster doesn't have a whole lot of jaw strength, but it can hurt, and like enough force that it can break the skin sometimes.
That's right.
But like you were saying, hamsters are a lot of fun, really great animals for perhaps a little bit of an older child. Obviously, a hamster might be a little bit too much for your 5-year-old, but Gretchen certainly looks like a really wonderful hamster. Would probably be a lot of fun to play with, as long as you don't, bug her too much. You don't want to set her off with those bites. But of course, like I said, I grew up with hamsters. They're lovely pets. So if anybody's interested, now's your opportunity, because you don't see a lot of hamsters at the SPCA. So certainly stop on in. And other good news this week, Becca, you guys had your puppy event last week, and from what I hear, absolute raging success. Couldn't ask for anything better. So I'm just going to let you go ahead and let everybody know about how that all went.
Yeah, so at our pup crawl, we actually only ended up taking 3 puppies. Pretty much every other puppy had an approved adoption. So we didn't bother trying to, get anybody else's hopes up for these puppies. So we ended up only taking 3. And then we found the one Magpie. We found her forever home while we were there, or his forever home, while we were there. And the other 2, they actually went home together. So we were really happy about that. But by the end of the week last week, we found every single puppy their home, and their moms as well. So we were really, really happy about that. And the shelter is a lot quieter now as well, too.
Oh, absolutely, I imagine. I'm sure the cats really appreciate not having to listen to the dogs bark, gives them a little peace and quiet. As we all know, cats sleep most of the day, so they certainly need an environment to reflect that. But that's absolutely wonderful, Becca. Obviously, thank you to the community, and it's just, again, I can't express in words how wonderful it is to see results like that, and to see these animals get loving homes so quickly. It's wonderful, Becca. I can't say any more about it. But if you happen to miss last week's event, it's okay, because you guys have another event coming up. It's another adoption event. So again, I'll let you kind of just take the floor, and you can let people know what to look forward to.
Yeah, so it's our PetSmart adoption week again this week. And so this weekend, Friday and Saturday, we'll be hanging out at PetSmart with some of our adoptables. So I think, again, it'll probably only be our kitties, because we have no puppies left, which is great. But I'll probably try and bring this funny little character with me as well, too. I don't know if you can really see, her cheek is quite full. But I'll probably try and bring her, so I can try and find her forever home, and if she doesn't go home by then. And like I said, some kitties, and we'll stock up their kennels and our kennels, and hopefully find some cats their forever homes.
Yeah, fingers crossed. That does sound lovely. And you know what? I'm going to make it a challenge. I want somebody out there to go out and adopt Gretchen. I think this is going to be her event. So let's hope that turns out. And obviously, if you're in the market for a cat, certainly stop by the adoption event. But unfortunately, that is all the time we have this week, Becca. But I want to thank you. I want to thank Gretchen for taking time to come and eat carrots with us, and to, show herself off to the public there. So thank you once again, and we will speak with you guys again next week.
Yes, for sure. We'll see you next week.
Pet Project is sponsored by the Pet Pad. For total pet care, think Pet Pad.